The gender pay gap is where the average pay of men is greater than the average pay of women. In 2015, the gender pay gap was 19.2% according to the Office of National Statistics. I think that gender pay gap reporting being introduced is a good thing. It's a step in the right direction. However, I think we need to do much, much more. First of all, there are no requirements for employers, legal requirements for employers to comply with the gender pay gap reporting legislation. There are no sanctions if they fail to comply. There is no requirement for employers to explain why a gender pay gap exists or what they're going to do in order to close that gap. And at the very least, I'd like to see employers being required to do that. It's great that it increases awareness, but we've got far to go. What an employee should do if they're not being paid fairly will very much depend on the circumstances of their case, as in determining the best or the right approach for them. By way of starting point, what they might want to do is speak to their manager about their concerns and see whether they can get it resolved informally. Managers will, or employers will, expect a degree of negotiation from their employers on pay, and good employers will want to put things right for their employees. If you're not able to get things resolved informally, what you might want to do is think about lodging a formal grievance. You can look at your employer's grievance procedure, which is normally found in the staff handbook or on your employer's intranet. You can always ask your HR manager for where you'd find that for details of the provisions your employer has for raising concerns at work. Quite often that can result in getting things resolved. If it doesn't, you could also think about lodging an equal pay questionnaire. Again, you can find guidance about equal pay questionnaires on the ACAS website. That can be very helpful in terms of giving employees information about pay within the organisation and allowing them to determine whether there is unequal pay or whether it is worthwhile for them taking a claim to an employment tribunal, which is generally the last resort. But if employees aren't able to get things resolved with their employer formally or informally, they might want to make an employment tribunal claim for unequal pay or for equal pay. If they do that, they should really take advice from their trade union representative or take specialist legal advice on the matter first of all.